Incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes. Aussie Bourbon Lovers, sharing bourbon with Australia.
Oh,
Wow.
thanks.
That was a good
No,
pop,
I'll
Dave.
take the wow as a compliment.
What are we drinking today, Dave?
This is an OH Ingram river-aged Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Super fun. River aged. I like that.
I like it too, and this story is the one that made me go, oh, that's pretty cool. Cheers.
Cheers. We really liked the story, and then we were like, we really hope this whiskey's good because we want to buy a little because the story was fascinating. They source their bourbon
Yeah.
from what's now Green River.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Green River. Yeah. Yeah.
And then they age it on a big barge. Like, it's so cool.
It is cool. So they've got two basically like rickhouse barges.
The rickhouse is a barge, yeah.
Exactly. And they have them floating on the Mississippi,
Yeah.
kind of next to each other. But there's the cool, what I think is the cool thing about it is that it's the environment of a river is a really interesting one to age whiskey in.
Well, because it's definitely going to get colder than on land, like because of the water. But I don't know about hotter.
I immediately on the nose went, that is a bit desserty, like a vanilla, almost like a lemon tart or something.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting like very fruity.
You know, not like Portuguese tart, lemon tart, you know, like a little lemon tart.
Yeah.
With that creamy lemony goodness in it.
Yeah, but still lots of like that pastry like smell as well as the vanilla filling.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So 4 years, I think, is what they kind of told us it was.
Minimum of 4 years.
How long it's aged for.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting idea. And, you know, I think some people would say, oh, it's a gimmick.
Yeah, but it's fascinating because the like a normal rickhouse would sit on land somewhere and it'd get hot and get cold, and the whiskey goes in and out of the barrels depending on how hot or cold it is. But on the river, you've got the same. You've got probably a bit more extreme temperatures, maybe a little bit, not especially with the cold. But you've got the motion of the river and the bourbon like rolling around the barrel a bit more. That surely creates look at the colour.
That's yum. The colour's good.
And it's only 4 years and it's got that colour on it.
It doesn't taste like, I don't know if it's the same as what is actually in Green River bourbon, but that doesn't taste like Green River at all.
No.
What's it got? It's juicier?
Juicier.
Is that weird?
Well, you can make up words if you like, Dave.
You can have one thing could be more juicy than the other, can't it? So
Yeah.
something could be juicier, couldn't it?
Yes, something can
I
be
could
juicier.
have a juicier apple.
Sorry, I don't mean you didn't make up the word, but I've never heard someone describe a bourbon as juicy. But that's good.
Pretty juicy. Can I talk about the science, what they say the science is first, and then can we come back to my juicy remark? What you're doing the face that I did, which is like what is that?
Yeah, it's like it kind of has a pop of refreshing.
Juicier.
Juicy is probably, yeah. But
it's like a bit into a peach that was better than you thought it was going to be.
Well, it kind of goes into your mouth almost like room temperature, but then there's almost like a coolness to it.
Oh.
It's like when you have bubba tea and it pops and it's that sensation in your mouth. It's like definitely a fruitiness. I can't say that. Or Dan will come and copyright me. Fruitness. There's fruitness to it. Here we go.
So on a river, there's a few things. They talk about temperature fluctuation, which I get it. You're on the water, so imagine a barge on the water. It's gonna get cooler because you're near the water.
Yep.
Particularly at night. Like if you had to sleep there at night,
it'd be freezing.
It'd be cold. So that means the whiskey can be pushed back out of the wood at night. And then in the heat of the summer.
Well, I imagine because it's a smaller building, it's not a huge rickhouse.
3,000 barrels in each of the rickhouses, yep.
So being that smaller building would get more heat because it's not a huge, big building. It's smaller and would heat more.
Does it? Yeah, we're not clearly physicists, but yeah, I can go with it.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
So that's one. The other one is humidity. So you're on a river. So
Yeah, the moisture.
yeah. So it means that you're losing less angel share. So you keep there's
There's
more
less
liquid
angels near the
stays.
river.
Okay.
Okay. you go, you,
That you lose less evaporation because there's more humidity in the air or whatever. So
they're drinking the water. They don't need the bourbon.
well, this is going to be a difficult.
Sorry, you
we've had
continue.
a couple of tastes and we're just going to have trouble finishing the conversation. And then the last one is the movement. And to me, I think this is the big one, right?
Yes.
So, and I said when you stand, when I was talking to the guys about it, when you stand in the rick house,
Can you feel it?
are you swaying and can you feel the movement? And they said no, you can't feel
But
it.
it's like being on a boat unless there's huge amount of movement. You don't.
I think it's not like being on a boat. I think it's like more stable than being on a boat.
Yep.
If you look at the plumb bob, you can see the plumb bob swaying,
Yeah.
but you can't. It's not like being on a boat because on a boat you'd kind of feel it a bit,
Yep.
and you kind of feel
Do
the
you know
left
that
and
there's
right.
certain times of the day, at certain times of the year, they can't go on there because it's too hot or too cold?
Well, that's probably right. I suppose that would be true of any kind of
Rick house, yeah.
building without air conditioning that's like that
Yeah,
anywhere in Kentucky,
Yeah.
isn't it? I don't know.
probably. They
It's
were
probably-
very friendly, the people from Ingram that we chatted to.
Yeah,
So great and such a good story.
they work. I'll just finish that one because the movement in the way it moves. So there's a movement. So it's sloshing around there is movement.
Yes.
It's just you wouldn't feel it if you're standing there, but there is movement. And so this is the thing that is the most interesting, I think, to me, because what it means is there's going to be more barrel contact, and it means the whiskey is moving more. If you think about a barrel of liquid sitting in a rick house on terra firma in Kentucky,
It's not moving.
on land, it's just sitting there, and if there is movement that happens,
Well, it's going in and out of the barrel.
that's the movement.
Yeah.
But there's not a agitation, if you like, that's causing it to move around and the bits of liquid that are near the wood to move into the centre or anything like that. But if you think about it on water, well, that is constantly kind of being pushed around, and so those are moving and the wood contact then. So that's the one I think is the most interesting.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is, if that's 4 years old, that's pretty dark. And the wood contact is interesting to me. I'm not saying it's older. I just feel like
Tastes older.
am I being boring about how much I'm talking about this? But like it's an interesting idea.
Well, it's definitely getting more of the movement's causing more of that barrel contact, which is getting the colour, because that's where the colour all comes from, is the barrel.
An international state company, they say, 70% of the flavour?
Comes from the barrel.
Everyone changes the number. Depends on who you want to talk to. They change the
But
number.
the stave company says 70%. And if that then is being moved around, you probably get that little bit more. But it's, I know this word's overused, but it's definitely a smooth finish for me. Like it doesn't,
I feel like you overuse it.
maybe along with delicious. I'm going to use all my favourite words on this one.
So
Smooth is delicious.
can we come back to juicy? Is it been opening up a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you still think it's juicy?
I'll say
Or
that.
is it like, I don't know, there's something to it. It's like, it's 105 proof, so 52.5%. There's something to it that's quite a unique.
Yeah.
It's like it's not, I don't want to say that it's almost more moist. Or there's such a weird thing to say with a liquid, but it's got
That's
like
what I
a
said
wetness
about
to
that,
it.
like a pop, like there's something that kind of, or like you get that cooler sensation. It's kind of like it's
not
fresher.
get a job as bourbon reviewers.
Fresher, cooler, smoother. Drink an Ingram. It's really delicious. I know I overuse that word, but it really is. And it has the flavour that sometimes I then get a really oaky finish to, but this doesn't have the oaky finish.
What do you mean when you say a flavour that sometimes you don't finish?
Well, sometimes you taste the bourbon, it tastes nice, but then it leaves you with a really oaky, like especially the aged
tannic.
ones.
Yeah.
Like that, there's a lot of barrel oakiness in the finish.
Okay.
Whereas this doesn't give me any of that finish, but still gives me that delicious, rich flavour. That's how I'd describe it.
It's funny. I was a bit nervous. You know how I feel when I come back from
Yeah.
Kentucky with some bottles.
You're like, I like this on the day. It
I
was
think
one of
this
my
one was
many tastes. I
Yeah.
hope I like it when I get home.
I think my thing was that I was nervous because I really like the story and I really like the people.
Yeah.
Mate, you made so many good people.
It's the good part about the bourbon world is the stories and the people. And, it's a bonus when you get it home and it tastes good. But it was mostly about the stories and the people.
And I feel like you stand there and they're telling you the story and you influenced by that. Someone tells you a story and, wow, this is a really engaging thing. I'm really enjoying this moment. I'm really enjoying this experience. But then you get the bottle home and so that person's long gone.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then you're
back to
hoping
work.
it tastes as good as
Yeah.
you remember it tasting
And
at the time.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, but this one definitely does.
It does.
So if you're ever in Kentucky and you want to have a taste of some bourbon that's been aged on a river.
Because there's
is so
Jefferson's aged at sea, which I don't know if I've ever had, but I age them on a boat, which is cool, but this is aged
Well,
on
I've heard
a
that, and it
river.
goes back to that motion thing. Isn't there someone who's done like an experimental one where they've aged with music?
Wait, we've got one on the shelf. There's a Ned that's aged with the sounds of Bathurst.
Yeah, there you go.
Dave Reynolds driving around Bathurst, and they're playing it at the barrel to agitate the whiskey in the same way,
There's
right?
there's the
And Blackened is a Metallica being played at barrels for the same reason, so there's the same thing. So there's people who are doing this. I'm not saying these are the first people to try to agitate the whiskey.
But it's a fascinating way to agitate it. Is like have it on a big barge on a river, and it's very Kentucky-esque.
And it's way more sustainable than playing music at it for 7 years.
Exactly, the water's already there.
It's already moving.
You wouldn't want to have a rough night on the river though. Like imagine you'd be worried about. I don't know.
Do you mean as a drinker, or do you
No, as the weather and the river, getting a bit choppy.
getting a bit choppy? I don't know if it gets chopped. Maybe it'd probably chop up.
I don't know.
We should age some whiskey on Port Phillip Bay.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
Chat to the blokes at OH Ingram. We'll see how we go. Don't worry about that.
Seal it in a big plastic thing and just put it under the water and let it float around. Don't agitate it.
Not sure to get this. This thing sounds way more. This is a reason why I don't even know, why we just drink it. That's the reason.
Drink it and enjoy the stories and the people. I think that's the biggest thing from this one.
And enjoy the whiskey.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Enjoy. It's floating down a river. Drinking whiskey.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.